million in hand next time I see you. Or she dies.
If he's on Monet about Dante, then he's definitely on to me.
I have a plan to take him out of play.
Tariq, keep your head on a swivel.
Always.
So we're back at the time of the week where we run through a preview of the upcoming episode and where we take a bit more of a relaxed approach, but also run through the news from the week, any interviews the cast have done, exclusive images and teasers. But first thing I do want to mention, the director for episode 3 is Effie Rivera, and for those who normally pay attention to the directors and writers of these episodes, know that Eve normally delivers big ones. Most recently in the Power universe, he directed season 2, episode 2 of Raising Kanan, Mind Your Business, which is where we saw one of Rock's most ruthless moments in Raising Kanan, where she killed Scrappy in the warehouse, and there are countless of others. So Eve is definitely known to deliver some epic moments, so I think we are in for yet another explosive episode as the crew starts to move Nomar's product. Law enforcement are going to pick up their investigation, but Davis, Tariq and Monet look to fight back, while Kane seems like he's getting revenge on Lorenzo for something he did in season 1. So we're going to run through all these images and clues in this preview for Power Book 2 Go season 3, episode 3. Now the title for episode 3 is Human Capital, and the synopsis reads, Tariq and the rest of the team must find a way to get the product flowing at an even bigger scale. Tensions rise among the Tejadas when Lorenzo backs Kane's plan, while Saxe digs deeper into Theo Rollins' case. Now, a common theme that has continued from the very first episode of Ghost is the classroom scenes always set the themes for these episodes, and no doubt, episode 3 will be no different. So with the title being Human Capital, we already know the theme of this episode. We're going to see what people are good at in terms of their knowledge, skills, and capabilities. And one thing I want to focus on is how Effie knows her way around a computer, with her ability to code and ability to create apps, and who knows what else. So I think it's a good time to refer back to my video where I broke down how she remains such a mystery. Everybody wants to know what Effie's backstory is, who she is, who are her parents, and who was a brother that was killed in a robbery gone wrong. But I do think we're going to have to be a little bit more patient. But this is what Alex said in one of her interviews in regards to her relationship with Tariq St. Patrick before Go season 3. It's a push and pull. It's definitely a power struggle dealing with us two. It's always give and take, a push and pull. It's very toxic. It's very dangerous depending on who you ask. So we're going to see which direction it goes in.
Since I started selling, I've always had a safety number in mind. Enough for college, grad school.
Okay, so you're saving your money. That's why you're driving that beat-up car.
At least I got one.
Damn.
And I think that pretty much sums up what we've seen so far. Effie wants to be her own woman, but she's in this push and pull situation where she's really falling for Tariq St. Patrick, and she knows that's a bad thing in the street game. So in terms of what her plan is, I think it's clear. It's very similar to Tariq St. Patrick in that sense. She wants out the game, but creating an app which is so similar to Course Correct being called Course Perfect, on top of being at Stansfield, is just pure stupidity in my opinion. Now, even though she didn't publish the app, she still has the extra brick, so how does she plan on moving this extra brick? This is where I want to run through a little theory. Now, we all know Diana's working at the candy shop at Stansfield thanks to Salim, but she also needs to hustle and pay for books and pay for her way through Stansfield, and 4-hour shifts just ain't gonna cut it for someone like Diana, and I don't think she's gonna be happy taking cash off Kane either. Similar to Effie, I think she wants to be her own woman, so with Tariq running Wall Street with Braden, could we see Effie taking over the Ivy Leagues, and could she bring Diana on board and have her sell through the candy shop? Because we all know at some stage, Diana is gonna get back in the game. Now, in terms of Braden and Tariq's hustle on Wall Street, it seems like Effie may help them set up their operation, and it's called No Cap, All Frap, but the relationship really is complex. We're gonna see Tariq, Effie and Braden in conversation, but we all know what happened the last time Tariq left the room.
We have to tell him about Lauren, like, now.
Fuck up, Braden. Are you fucking crazy?
What, are we just gonna lie to him for the rest of our lives? You said it yourself. We're his family. We're all he has.
Exactly. And we did what we had to do to protect him. How does him finding out help anything?
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same again. Now, this was one of the scenes from the official trailer with Kane in the driver's seat with Lorenzo Tejada, and we're gonna see the events after episode 2 reach new heights. Lorenzo admitted to killing Zeke when Kane connected the dots, and when he threatened to tell Monet, which was very reminiscent of when Diana threatened Kane to tell Monet about his powdered sugar move in season 2. So it seems like these guys know if Monet finds out the backhanded shit they're up to, shit will hit the fan. And we already know Monet's not playing games. I mean, the way she killed the GTG member who said they killed Zeke definitely didn't satisfy her. She wants more blood. But at first, it seems like we're gonna see Lorenzo's blood. So in the teaser that was released in December last year, we saw Lorenzo being jumped by some guys which we now know are probably the Jamaican Av boys who are working under Kane. He's wearing the same jacket as he is in this scene with Kane standing over Lorenzo, in a very similar fashion where Lorenzo had Kane beat up in the prison in season 1. So the dynamics have completely shifted. Kane's now the leader of the Tejada organization. So Kane is going to be the shot caller, but based on the synopsis and what we've seen from the teasers and scenes prior to season 3, it is going to cause a conflict between him and Drew. But if and when Lorenzo is killed off, Monet is going to feel like she needs to take charge. But the issue with Monet is, she wants out the game. And she really doesn't want any part of this, but I think she's going to feel as if she needs to take control, because things will get out of hand and Kane and Drew and Diana are going to be back put in their positions. So the dynamics with the Tejadas will yo-yo, and we're going to be in for a real power struggle. Something else that will continue to hot up is Saxe digging into Theo Rollins. Saxe is after the unredacted version of Theo's case, and we are going to see Saxe digging deep, because time really is of the essence for Davis. So we're going to see Saxe visiting Theo, and as I mentioned before, they have recast Theo Rollins, and I think we're going to see Saxe making headway with this case, but opening the door for the real truth to be revealed. And that of course is Davis was behind the manslaughter. Now this is going to be huge in two aspects. Davis is going to be find himself exposed, but it's going to give extra ammunition for Jenny to target as they continue to build their Rico. Kevin Whitman seems like he's got a fire burning inside of him after what happened to Carrie, so we're going to see him tell Branca Rodriguez Carrie was one of them, a former prosecutor who used to put criminals behind bars. But with Whitman continuing to be a problem, Davis is going to have to deal with him. So we're going to see Whitman approaching Monet at her bar, and so Davis is going to come up with a plan to get him off their backs.
Like finding a guap that killed Zeke.
I was not aware that a GTG member was involved in Zeke's death. You care to elaborate?
They're all going to get in one room and try and hash this out, but we all know it's not going to work. Whitman made that clear in episode 2. He wants to put handcuffs on Monet, but what else this will do is alert Tariq St. Patrick. We're going to see Tariq, Davis and Monet deep in conversation after hours, and it seems like they're going to come up with a game plan. But watching on and snooping is Cooper Saxe, who really is playing a dangerous game. A dangerous game for love, when I think we all know Jenny is playing game on Cooper Saxe. Now elsewhere, after Noma's ruthless introduction in episode 1, Obi seems like he's in charge, who's made it clear they need to make 1 million, or Diana faces a bullet. So we're going to see Kane, Braden, Drew and Tariq all come up with a game plan. But this is where we refer back to human capital. All of these characters put together bring different sets of expertise, so they're going to need to work together, which I think they will, because we all know that if they don't move Noma's product, they're dead. But at some stage down the line, I do think something is going to break this partnership, and I think the Lawrence situation could be what completely tears this apart. We're also going to see Tariq deep in Wall Street with Lucas Weston, and I do wonder if this is when we get our first glimpse of RSJ, who's a Howard University student, a Harvard Business School alum. He's someone who grew up working class, but that didn't stop him from building his own legit empire, and that has firmly entrenched him among the business elites. So that's something just to bear in mind. RSJ is a character we haven't seen yet. Now there's also Salim and Diana. Rashad Tate, who has his eyes on Professor Harper, who could be on his list of candidates for a wife as he continues his quest for power in politics. And episode 1 did give us a hint, they do have a history. But that's a preview for Go Season 3, Episode 3. One where we're going to continue to see Kane telling Lorenzo he's the captain. But this will also cause another power struggle with Drew and Monet Tejada. Effie, Tariq and Braden will continue their expansion, and I think this is the time where we could see Theo's case finally playing a big role in some of the moves that are going to be made forward with Davis and the Rico case. So drop all your thoughts and predictions down below for all things Ghost Episode 3. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.